Please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So good evening to everyone. Today too, first of all, I would like to wish that may your meditation practice be very, very successful. And may you be able to develop a lot of peace within and a lot of inner spiritual happiness within. And may you be able to move forward, progress in your Dhamma practice. So with those thoughts, we are going to start today's meditation session too. So, dear Dhamma friends, as wise people, they have to choose two things in life. So there are things that people should multiply, and there are things that people shouldn't multiply. The decision is always ours. So you can't, for that, you can't blame your parents, you can't blame your siblings, you can't blame your generation, or you can't blame anyone. So you only can blame yourself, because you are the one who lead you to the right direction and the wrong direction. So always we have to understand, we have to follow the right path, and we are the decider and the practitioner of the right path. At the same time, if we go in the wrong direction, we are the chooser of that wrong path and the practitioner of wrong path. Accordingly, each person has to suffer in life, right? So with that understanding, we have to practice, right? So today too, the advanced meditators, they will practice 7 steps of Vipassana meditation. So you will observe your own body from bottom to top, right? Bottom to top, part by part, pitch by pitch. First, you'll start with observing the sensations of your left leg, toes, and then after that, lower feet, then lower foot, then upper foot, and then after that the wrinkle, then after that lower leg, knee, then after that thigh, then left buttock, and you will observe the right leg in the same manner, and then the whole back area. You have to partition it into 3 parts, and each part, whatever the sensations that you encounter, you have to be aware. And then after that, start observing sensations on your middle part of your body, stomach, and then after the stomach, then the heart area up to the neck. After the neck, then you will start observing the sensations on your face area. You will start with your chin, right? So you will start with the chin, and then you will move forward. Chin, lower lip, upper lip. Then after that, so both the cheeks, left cheek and right cheek, and then the nose, then eyelids, eye, then after that, forehead, right? And then the whole back part of your head, up to the, including both ears, up to the top of your head. Within that journey, whatever the sensations that you encounter, let it be coldness, heat, toughness, softness, or itching sensation, prickling sensation, or let it be any sensation. We have to understand all those sensations are impermanent, change. Right? With that understanding, you have to keep on moving forward, practicing. Right? And then that's how you have to practice. And whenever you observe, you have to forget the way that you see yourself in the mirror. So that you and the real you are two things. So real people, real Shanti, real Sana, and real Shreyansh and real Dinesha cannot be seen. Cannot be seen. So when you practice, so that is not the reality. What you appear on your mirror, on the mirror, is not you. That's only a reflection. But real, you can't find that figure in reality. When you are dealing with the reality, you see, even though you say this is I, this is a very complex matter. I'm changing continuously, right? I'm changing continuously. At the same time, different parts of my this body has different kinds of experience. There is no any eternal life to cling to, and at the same time, when so even though the others say various kinds of, even though the others called, there is no person that you have to focus and get angry about. And at the same time, there is no person to crave, right? So to say this is my thing, this belongs to me, like that. So you realize these things. Then that's so Vipassana meditators. And so the meditators who are practicing breathing meditation, so Sana have to listen. So except the meditators who were asked to practice the second step of breathing meditation, the other newcomers, they have to practice the first step. So what you should do is, when the breath is coming in, you have to be fully aware, right? Don't go with the breath all the way in. Stop your observation at the end of your nostril. And when it comes back, again, it will touch that area and will go out. Please keep on being aware, right? If it is long, be aware and understand it is long right now. If it is short, be aware that it is short right now. If it is soft, if it is gross, let it be so. Just keep on being aware. And so letting go of all the other things, right? You so whatever things that you are related to, right? Maybe house, school, workplace, or anything. So you have to focus on your breath. Their breath. When it is coming in, please be aware it is coming in. When it is going out, please be fully aware it is going out, and try to focus on the breath and try to develop peace with it, right? Please practice like that. And Vipassana meditators, as I instructed, so please practice the seventh step of Vipassana meditation. Observe the sensations from bottom to top, part by part, page by page. And there is, every day I teach you something that you should apply to your life. Today I'm going to teach you something small too. So before you do any action, you have to think like this. If someone does this to me, what would be my reaction? When you do any action, you have to think, so if I do this to someone else, what will be, what would happen to that person, right? Before that, so even before that, you have to check what would be your reaction if someone does this to you. Then what will happen is, whenever you try to do something wrong to another person, you won't do that. Because you know, if you are going to harm someone, when you think like, before that, if you think like this, you understand you don't like to get intimidated and harassed and harmed by the other people. So making yourself an example you are not going to harm anyone else. Buddha says. So Buddha says, so first you have to make yourself an example. So before you do anything. So that's what I mentioned. And whenever you have time, you have to focus on you, and you have to invest time to observe your own wrong actions. What are, you should not think as a Vipassana meditator, now you understand you have negativities. And when you have negativities, you have to understand what are the negativities that I have. What are the things that I do wrong? So then you have to invest time to reflect on you. Right? Every night before you go to sleep, if it is possible, please check what are the good things that you did on that day. And then after that, appreciate whatever the small things that you did on that day. Right? And at the same time, honestly see the wrong things that you did during that day and determine, I'm not going to do it once again. Right? But people are always used to look at the outside. They never try to look inside. Right? So for an example, small story. One foolish shepherd went to a market with six donkeys. He went to the market with 6 donkeys. And in the evening, he came back. And then he counted all the donkeys and found out 1 donkey is missing. So he counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 donkey is missing. He shouted, he was so bothered, right? He was so bothered, he was so frustrated. He then crying, he called his wife. Then his wife came and asked why he's crying. He said that he's crying and he's distressed because he lost 1 donkey on the way. Then she started counting and found out there are 6 donkeys. And she said, we have 6 donkeys. Then he asked, how can that be? So I counted very well, and there are only 5 donkeys. Then she said, oh man, can't you see the donkey that you are already hoping? So that you are already on, right? So what he has done was he was traveling on the back of 1 donkey, and the other donkeys followed. When he came home, he only counted the other donkeys, not the donkey that he was sitting on, right? So like that, we always look around and we try to look the other people's faults. But the most important thing that we should do is we have to check our faults before accusing the other people's faults, right? So then do like that. Whenever you do something, then remember what? Before, if I do this, if someone does this to me, so what will my reaction would be, right? If the answer is, oh, I will feel happy, then do it. Then if the answer is no, I won't be happy and it'll be dangerous for me, then don't do it. Right? It's simple. Then now we are going to start today's silent meditation time. Before that, as usual, I'm going to pay our respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Now, everyone, please calm down and now please concentrate. First, with those chantings, I'll pay my respect, our respect, and gratitude to the Buddha. Then we'll start the silent meditation time. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimeso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vinyācarana sampanno sugato lokamido Anuttaro purisa dhammasarati Satta deva manussanam Buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Sangditingo akaliko Ehi pasiko opanaiko Pachatang veditamo Vinyuhiti Supanipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupanipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Samici patipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadinang chattari purisa yugani Ate purisa puggalam Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Dakineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyaketang lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now everyone, please sit comfortably. And now please keep your right palm on your left palm. Keep your back straight. Please keep your neck straight, head straight. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced, very equanimous mind, peaceful mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are practicing Vipassana meditation, as to all students, please keep doing so. If you are practicing first step or second step of breathing meditation, please keep doing so. Whatever the meditation technique that you practice, may that meditation practice be very, very successful. Now everyone, please start your meditation right now. Vinisha. Now, please keep your eyes closed. If your legs are hurting, you can change your posture. Now we are going to practice loving kindness meditation in breath. First, let's share our loving kindness meditation, loving kindness with ourselves. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, let's share our loving kindness with our parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. May my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May all of them be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now, let's share our loving kindness with the people in the middle, the neutral people, the people who are not your friends, at the same time who are not your enemies. May all the neutral people also be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now, let's share our loving kindness with our enemies. First, please forgive for the mistakes that they did. Then ask forgiveness for the mistakes that you did. Now, please share your loving kindness with your enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Let's share our loving kindness with human beings, animals, birds, fish, visible beings, invisible beings, powerful beings, weak beings, with all the beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings. Bhavattu sabbe mangalam rakhantu sabbe devatam sabbe buddhanubhavini sabbe dhammanubhavini sabbe sanghanubhavini sada sutti bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now please open your eyes. Let yourself calm down. Please join your palms together and say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, hope you had a good meditation time. So, just like we give everything to the other things, meditation needs the same. It takes time. You have to dedicate and work hard, succeed, right? So all kinds of so there are so many articles about various kinds of wealthy people, right? You can see. So they tried, then sometimes they broke, they tried again, they failed again, they tried again, they failed again, and finally they made it. So just like that, everything needs dedication. Sometimes you may be able to concentrate, sometimes you may not, but still keep on fighting hard, working hard. I always mention everybody that benefactors, among all kinds of people who get benefited, the first one is all the others get the benefit later. Okay? So please practice ardently. So we were talking about the 10 perfections. And I taught the first perfection for everyone. What is the first one? Dana. Very nice, Mr. Dana is the first one. Practicing generosity. What is the second one? People, can you remember? Sheila. Sheila, very nice. So Sheila, that is the second one. Sheila means moral qualities. After Sheila, today we are going to learn about the third one. Dana. So I think we can find these words even in today's South Asian language, right? Dana, see, whether you go to so Sri Lanka, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, when you say Dana, they know what that is. And Sheila, they know what that is, right? Common words. Third one is not common. So it is Nekkam. Nekkam in Sanskrit, we call it Naishkram. Sanskrit one is hard, so let's go to the easy one, Pali one. Nekkam. Nekkam means letting go, right? Detachment. So Nekkam means detachment. So it will be somewhat difficult for Sana to understand, but try to get what you can. Okay? Nekkam. So detachment. All the people like attachment, right? No one likes to detach. So that's why all the beings are suffering. If someone is not, when someone is enlightened, that person is totally detached with everything, so nothing to attach. All the others, they suffer because of the attachment, right? So, so be attached to the things that we can see, and we are attached to the things that we cannot see. But we have to understand it is easy to, so when we compare, it is somewhat easy to let go of the things that you can see. So, but it is very difficult to let go of the things that you cannot see. For an example, ego. You can't see, but you can't let it go. When you have ego, that's why you get angry, you get jealous, you compare, right? Right? This person is above me. This person is lower to me. You compare. Why? Ego. You may give your home. You may donate. You may donate all the money that you have. You may you can let go of the people, even though while crying, you can let go of the people that you have in your life, and you can let go of your car and land and everything else, and you can go homeless. But even for the homeless person, one thing cannot let go: ego. It is there. I only told about one thing, but there are so many such kind of attachments. So here, Nikkama means detaching from all those things, not bodily, right? Mentally. Bodily, there are certain things, but so here detachment means, it doesn't mean, so you let go of all your bank accounts, and you let go of all your family members, and you don't do any job, and you live on the road doing nothing. No, not that. Here detachment should come from the mind, right? Why we should detach? Because if we think everything is permanent, but nature is totally different. It's impermanent. So it is foolishness, it is ignorance if we keep attachment to a thing which has the nature of change, right? So if we attach to it, thinking this is my thing, my person, right, and my property, my vehicle, you can develop the attachment, but that thing, uh, in according to the reality, it is not yours, right? So you might have the you might have the most expensive thing, but still you can't really own it according to the reality. But it doesn't mean you don't use the words this is this is or my or mine or something like that. So I or mine. So when you talk, you have to use that. But in really, at the same time, you have to know, right, the reality. Mentally detached, but still you use the general language. Let me tell you something which happened to one of my meditation teachers, Sayaji Goenka. Goenka is an Indian origin. So Goenkaji is born and brought up in Myanmar, but he's from India, so Indian background. So his grandparents migrated to Myanmar long time ago. So now India is doing very well, and there was a time India was doing very hard, right? So there was a period of 200 years. So now getting back. So uh, so this is external. Uh, Up to 18th century, it is said, it is calculated. The richest country in the world was China. It was number one. So, and then the second richest country in the world was India. But later on, many things happened. Now this is not the time to give a history lesson, right? So then this is one of his experience. He was a great teacher, great Vipassana teacher. And later on, he thought he should go to his ancestors' land and teach there. One teaching was done in Nagpur, and so there at that time they didn't have meditation centers. Now, all over the India, there are so many Vipassana centers. So that he started. So all Burmese Vipassana meditation practice is going on. Those days they didn't have that. So they found a giant temple, and that giant temple allowed. So Dhamma is Dhamma. So you know the way that we understand. So then they allowed to, they let Goenkaji to use the center for 10 days, for the 10-day meditation course. And so there was one lady, so who heard that there is a meditation going on, and during that meditation, she heard that there is a chanting. She liked chanting a lot. So she thought it's a very blissful thing. So she wanted to get lessons, right? So she went there, and then along with her, she took one very small, inexpensive purse. Inside that, there was one silver needle, and then another ring, silver ring, a needle, silver ring, and while she was going to the center, somebody gave her a sweet bowl. So maybe Maharashtrian people know that, some kind of sweet bowl that they eat. So she ate half and kept half inside. And she took the purse along with her. She meditated well. She practiced well on the first day, second day, and the third day. On the fourth day, they heard somebody crying. Everybody ran towards the person who was crying, and found out it's this grandma who is crying. So they went to her and asked, Grandma, why are you crying? Then she said, I'm crying because I have lost my purse. Then they said, Grandma, don't worry. We saw you were practicing so well during these 3 days. Please continue. We'll give you a new purse, and whatever you want, we'll give you. But she's still crying. Loud. So she was crying, shouting loudly. Now, now she says she wants her purse, and then all of them talk to each other, and then they decided they'll give. They went to that grandma and said they collected money, and they found I'm talking about so 60s, 70s. They found 100 rupees. So 100 rupees means it's a big thing, and the whole cost that the whole value that was lost to her, it was just like 5-10 rupees, maximum 5 rupees. So they went to her and said, Grandma, don't cry. Here you have 100 rupees. Take this and please keep on with it. Well, when they gave it to her, she threw away all the money and said, I want my ring, I want my purse. So then, after that, what happened was the other materials, they were checking around. And finally, they found there were monkeys around, and they found one monkey is totally strange and different from the other monkey. And when they went closer and checked, they found out this monkey is a monkey with a purse. And they saw that monkey eating the half of that sweet meat which was given to her, because it can't eat. So the ring or the needle, it was eating the sweet, right? The candy. So they scared the monkey, and monkey threw that purse down, and finally they brought it to grandma. That's the time that she got consoled. So we have to understand. So, so if the attachment stays on the value, then she would have taken those 100 rupees and might have stopped crying. But attachment. So attachment and so value is always so calculated according to the attachment. That silver ring, which was given to her during the wedding. So for the outside world, it's maybe 2-3 rupees, but for poor her, so it was more costly than 100 rupees. So attachment. That's how the attachment is. So attachment can arise anywhere. And whenever there is an attachment, it is followed by the suffering. Whenever there is an attachment, you suffer. For an example, let's say you have a pen. Someone takes your pen without letting you know. You don't like that person. You get angry. Because you think like this. This is my pen, and it should stay under my control. But it doesn't stay under your control, because the truth is, it is not anybody's pen. When the other person takes it, you get angry. Why? Because of your attachment. But the reality is, the pen stayed in a way that it doesn't belong to anybody. That is the truth. So, detachment should be practiced. For what? For your mental being, for your development of, for the development of your happiness, and to live a peaceful life. So, it doesn't mean you can't. Uh, so, even though you have the most expensive things in the world, still you can practice detachment, right? Let's say you have the best mansion in the world. You use the best car in the world, right? So you eat the best food in the world, but still you can practice detachment. How? By understanding the reality. Sometimes certain people who own a lot of things, when they lose everything, um, they um, they become mentally ill. Why? So because of the attachment. But still, there are people, certain people in the world, they use the best things, and sometimes there are bad times, they lose everything. But still, they live happy. They smile, they talk, they live a normal life, right? How? Because mentally they are not attached. They have practiced detachment, letting go, right? So then we have to understand that whenever we whatever the process of thought, right? Whatever the set of thoughts that we multiply, so the mind is tempted to follow the same. Have you heard of the autopilot mode? Have you did you study psychology? If so, hands up. No. So yeah, autopilot. Now Tesla car has autopilot mode, right? But we don't know that we also have an autopilot. Every morning when you wake up, do you think, oh, I'm going, now when you are brushing your teeth, are you aware that you are brushing your teeth? No, you think about all the things in the world at that time. Brush is going here and there, here and there, here and there, but your mind is somewhere else. You think about things that you do. What will you eat for the morning time? And who will you meet during the day? And at what will I be able to go to the office on time? So then something which happened yesterday, or something which is going to happen today. But you are not brushing. Then you are washing your face. You are washing your face, but you are not actually washing your face. The autopilot is washing your face. Yes, that is the truth. So why you did that action again and again and again and again, and you develop this nature of autopilot. Mind is the same. If you multiply something, it is tempted. It is tempted to do the. It is tempted to think in the same manner. So because it is comfortable, that's its comfort zone. Mm. If you ask a criminal to change, it's hard. Why? Because that person is not used to think in that. Because that person was practicing a certain set of thoughts, and now this person has to go to have to practice a set of thoughts which that person have never used. So that is the discomfortable zone. So it's hard. So Buddha asks us to go against it. and practice Dhamma, which is against the negative, which is against the mindset of negativity, right? So negative mindset. So against anger, you develop mindset of loving kindness. For many lives, life after life, life after life, life after life, you are practicing anger. It's your comfort zone. But staying with loving kindness, that's the difficult zone. You're not used to. You don't know. So somehow you give some kind of reason and you want to get angry. When the others say, don't get angry, you ask, how can't I get angry? He is the one who did it. She is the one who did it. That's why I'm upset. That's why I should get angry. So I should get angry. You shout against. So you that has become your comfort. So when someone surpasses you, your comfort zone is jealousy. Oh, that person surpassed me. How can that person surpass me? I am the one who should get praised and get the credits, and so my name should go on all the papers saying, I am the best, I am the best, I am the best. Everybody should talk, I am the best, I am the best, I am the best. So no, this person, about this person, nobody should talk. Then, so that has become your comfort zone because you are multiplying it life after life. Detachment is not the comfort zone. Now, you have to start. Nekkha. Letting go of that and developing the opposite. Whenever the occasions come to develop jealousy, instead you try your best to develop the sympathetic joy. When you feel laziness, you try to develop the thoughts of diligence, right? Perseverance, right? Because being with the laziness, right? Being with the laziness is your comfort zone. When you feel sleepy, it doesn't mean at night you should not sleep and stay awake. No. So when you feel sleepy on the other time, you have to encourage yourself to stay awake and alert. So sleep is your comfortable zone. For many lives you were sleeping. Every life, 50% you were sleeping. And here, so when you come to this world too, that is the biggest comfort zone that you have. You want to sleep, right? So then, like that. So you have to go against it and should practice detachment of your negativities and develop the positivities instead, right? If you don't have empathy, you have to practice empathy. No compassion, you have to practice compassion. Right? That's how you move forward. If not, whatever you do, you stay at the same position. No moving forward, no progress. Can you understand? So should practice nekkhamma detachment. So then we develop attachment for six things. Now, let me teach them fast. Number one, forms. For forms, for the things that you see, you develop attachment. It can be this pillow, it can be a person, it can be anything that is visible. See, for them, we develop attachment. For sounds, we develop attachment. For odors, we develop attachment. For taste, that we develop attachment. That's why we prefer one restaurant over the other restaurant. Some people don't like Thai food. Some people don't like Chinese. Some people don't like Korean food. Like that, there are so some people I don't want to say some people don't like Indian food. All right. Right. Just kidding. So then so why is that? Because uh, because so people have attachments. Those attachments have opinions too. According to that attachment, they have developed perspective, right? So I'm not going to go deeper. So for taste, attachment. And for touch, you have that. And then finally, for thoughts too, you have attachment. So that's why certain people, certain people like to watch crime shows. They watch and watch and watch, and they get attached. So they can't watch anything else. They only want to watch all the time and get high watching crime shows. There are other things than that. This is not the time to talk about. And then somebody likes to watch adventure. So always they keep on searching on each and every legal and illegal everywhere. So because so there are two platforms, legal platforms and illegal platforms. So if you can't watch something in Netflix, then there are pirate sites. So they watch adventures. Some people want to watch so films, right? They watch films, right? Everywhere. Keep on searching. So like that. So even the mind, it get attached to various kinds of things because they want to have that thrill with it, right? So then they by uh, by all that what they want is happiness. But uh, so actually, even though they think that's happiness, it's not actual happiness, but it's an it's a feeling of good sensation, right? When you go deeper in your meditation, you will realize what is the real happiness, right? When you let go of things, the real happiness starts, right? So somehow, for these things, if you develop attachment, so they are called as Vattukama, attachment to six kinds of objects. So then second one is attachment to kleshas, defilements, negativity. That is called as klesha kama. So you develop two attachments. Vattukama, attachment to objects, and klesha kama, attachment to negativities. Right? So there are two kinds of attachments. Then what you should do is then how you can let go of the attachment. This is the process. First, you have to understand and accept. So all these things, true. So they all these things. So they bring they they give us a certain enjoyment. There is an enjoyment in them, right? So in eating good food, there's an enjoyment, right? So like that, there is an enjoyment, right? There is a pleasing, a pleasing nature in this thing. You have to understand and accept that. But second thing is, if you attach to them, so that pleasing nature, so that enjoyment, it only stay, you have to understand, it only stay for a very short period. It's not everlasting. Let it be an object, let it be a person, let it be anything. That is the truth. then so yes, there is an enjoyment in this, but this is things. It's changing, and it has not surpassed the nature of income. So then when you see the effect, right, the final result of that enjoyment, then what happens is you let go of it, right? So third one is letting go, nissarana. You see asada, yes, there is an enjoyment, adina, but it is changing. So nissarana, I let go mentally, so that I won't suffer when it goes. Right? I won't cry, I won't lament, I won't fall down without consciousness. So I will stay calm until you use that, until you live with those people or things. You use them, you do your duties towards them. But finally, I understand this is the nature of these things. You can call them any names, right? But this is the ultimate nature. So, three things you have to do. You have to accept that it has an enjoyment, but it is not everlasting. So, adinava and nisarana, then mentally, wisely, you have to let it go, right? No attachment. And, right. So, if not, what will happen is, so we will suffer. For an example, I will conclude with this similar. There is a dog, and this then dog finds out a bone which doesn't have meat. No meat, just the bone. So it takes that bone and eats it. It bites it, trying to find some flesh. In the bone, no flesh. In this bone, no flesh. So finally, what will happen is it will only injure the dog's teeth, but nothing. But the dog's hunger won't go. Its stomach won't get full. So craving, so attachment is the same. So you want that particular thing, right? Thing or a person or so physical law. So that so so immaterial thing to stay foreign. This is not happen, but you always expect. May it stay the same, may it not change. It will change because it has the nature of changing. Then when you understand and live like this, you won't suffer. Because mentally you have detached. You have detached. So you live with the understanding that this will also pass. Right? So then that's nikkam. For a good life, for a peaceful life, we have to practice nikkamata. So first thing that we have to practice is dana, generosity, sila, morality. Third one is nikkamma, letting go of attachment. Not physically, but mentally. That's it. Now everyone please think. Together all of us gathered here and practice this noble non-sectarian meditation technique and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, let's wish that may all of your troubles be away. May all good things happen in your life. May you be able to practice this noble Dhamma path very ardently. And finally, may all of you be able to attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please join your palms together and concentrate. I'm going to bless. Abhivadana silise nichang vada pachaino Chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvang no sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijjatu. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very peaceful. Sukhi hotu. Sukhi hotu. Good night, everyone. See you in the next week. Sukhi hotu. Take rest. Right. Good night, Miss Lee.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you.
May you be happy.
Thank
Good
you.
night, Miss. Yeah,
Thank
may
you.
you be happy, Miss Lee. I'm glad that you joined. And good night, Christian.
Thank you so much. That was lovely.
May you be happy. Sukhi hotu. Good night, Bas.
Thank you.
May you be happy. And Dennis, good night.
Good night. Thank you.
May you be happy. Good night, Terry.
Good night. Thank you so much.
May you be happy. And Ray, good night. Good night. May you be happy.